What is up, you guys? Glitchiz here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you the build tutorial guide for my ultimate Way of Winter base design. A lot of you wanted to see this video after watching my base tour video, and I know I said it was coming soon, so here it is. But before we jump into it, I got to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Instant Gaming. For those of you that don't know, Instant Gaming is a killer website that saves you a ton of money on your digital game purchases. How it works is they buy all of their CD keys straight from the source, so you never have to worry about your CD keys being a scam or not working. They have a near flawless record with Trustpilot, and on top of having your favorite games across pretty much every major platform at discounted rates, they also sell in-game currency cards like V-Bucks, currency for your favorite in-game wallets like the Steam wallet, as well as monthly subscription cards to your favorite MMOs like World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy. So if you want to start saving a ton of money on your digital game purchases, I recommend checking the first link down in the description and heading on over to the website and start saving some money. As part of my partnership with Instant Gaming, we are also holding a special giveaway, and one lucky winner each month is going to be able to select a game of your choosing from the website. So big incentive to go check it out, and I'll have links to that giveaway down right below the Instant Gaming website link. So feel free to jump in. All you need to do is click one button with the option to click a few more to increase your chances of winning, but that is totally up to you. So thanks again, Instant Gaming, for sponsoring the video, but let's jump right into it. So the first thing, in order to save some time, that I did is start out with the basic triangle foundation hexagon. The one key thing that I want to point out before building this entire base that I want to preface this is do not build this base in Eternal Land. The blueprints that you save from Eternal Land can't be brought over to the actual game. So follow along with this guide, but build the actual base in the real game so you don't have to build it twice. But on the topic of the foundations, start out with a simple hexagon shape with triangle foundations. And the one thing I want to mention is whatever side you want your front door to be, start with that piece and have the flat back edge of the triangle facing the direction that you want your door to be, because what we're going to do, and the way that we made the more rounded shape base, is instead of doing all triangle foundations, you have to mix in a couple square foundations. So the next step would be to go and do a square foundation and then turn off snapping, and on every major edge throw down a square and just go all the way around. So now we have the square foundations, and then in between is where you would put the triangle foundations. And just like that, we are pretty much done with the first floor. So very, very simple, and obviously a lot more rounded now. And we mentioned that this wanted to be the front door, so we can go ahead and throw in a doorway. Snap it right here. We can also probably throw down some stairs. And then you just want to fill in the walls all the way around. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and delete this back one. And now what I do is I put another doorway actually in the exact opposite side. So we just flip 180, and this back wall, you can delete that. That's actually going to be a double door. You can do a double door for the front of your base as well. If you want, you can go ahead and delete that one and make that a double door. We'll just leave that for now. And then just so we can keep our bearings, let's go and throw those doors in right away. So you got a door there, door there. So that is basically your first floor. Now, unlike my previous PvE base design, we're not doing the spiral staircase, so you don't got to worry about that tricky part anymore. What I do is on the far left side is where I do my stairwell, and the one that I use is going to be the reinforced steel and wood corner stairs. So I just put that right up against the wall. Actually, it's not that one. I apologize. Or no, it is. It's just rotating funny. It might not show up because we don't have a upper platform to connect to. So we can do that in a second. But ideally, this is where you would throw your campfire down right in the middle, put all your supply benches around the outside, and then you can start filling in the ceiling and start out by doing the square foundations. And then you can fill them in with triangles. Triangles all through the middle. And then we're all done there. And then you can go ahead and delete this exact side panel door. And now the stairs should have something to snap to, ideally. There. Whoop. It likes having something for the top piece of the stairwell to grip. So now we have our side stairwell, and that will lead up to the second floor. And then now we're here, and then you can go ahead, put up the walls for the second floor. And I also like to build out on the same entryway as our front door, the entryway for our balcony. So we can go ahead and make this one a door frame. And then same thing, opposite side. Actually, I closed this off on mine, but you can put another door if you want. I have a door on the top floor, but not on the second floor. This will wrap all the way around as well. There we go. And then around the outside, we're going to want to do another fancy balcony, starting with a square. And it's basically going to alternate. So you're going to do square, triangle, 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 square, triangle, 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 square. And you're going to just repeat that process. One square, three triangles, one square, three triangles around the entire outside to make the balcony. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. So now we have our balcony, and we can go and throw up some railings. All right, and now the balcony's done. And then in my base, in terms of the hive and things like that, when you want to use the zip lines, all I did was deleted one of these little openings, threw the zip line anchor down, and then you would throw a second one on a ally player's base and just go into build mode and hit X to attach a wire, and then X again to attach it to the other side. That's how you connect the lines for the zip line, but that is where you would put that. So now the second floor is almost done. We can go ahead, start throwing up our same ceiling tiles here. Square, square, square. All the way around. Fill it in with triangles. And then we'll delete the one that we want our stairs to go to. So there's that, and then we want it opposite of the side of the first stairwell. So we'll delete this square piece. Directly opposite, and throw up our next set of stairs. There we go. Yeah, the stairs are the most finicky part in every base build, honestly. Go ahead and close that back in. So now the second floor is done. Move on to the third and final floor. This is the floor that's going to be the farm and resonator room. You'd throw your resonator in the middle, put all your planter box in, and then the rest would just be walls. I know in my build video, my tour video, I used full walls, but what you can do is go ahead and use half walls if you want to do the planter box trick. So we can go ahead and do that. Which one's the dark one? I guess it really doesn't matter. So we can go ahead and throw these up. And the reason you want to do this is because having that half wall allows you to stack your planter boxes on top of one another. So you could go ahead and put a planter box underneath, put another ceiling tile, put a planter box above, so on and so forth, and you can kind of stagger them a little bit to fit as many planter boxes as you want in a small space. If you don't really care about planting, you just want a smaller farm, feel free to just do full walls. That's totally up to you. But we can go ahead and do the half walls all the way around for now. And then we just have to make sure on the opposite side of our front door, this is actually going to be a double door, leading to what I am making my storage room. So then from here, we can just keep on going around. And then double these up. And then for the roof, I wanted to make it a little bit fancy, so I went with the inverted curved roofs. And on every major side, I flipped them. Should be able to. There we go. And basically every other wall, we put that on. So now we got it going in the middle, and then for the in-betweens, I did the right side up large triangle. Put that right in between. Huh. These can always be a little finicky too. So there is the roof, and then I close it off with triangles. All right, so now the roof is done. And then the door that we have on the opposite side of our front door, this is going to lead into the top floor storage room. So you can go ahead and throw down another ceiling tile here. And this ultimately leads into another double door. Leading into another room. But we're going to have to fill this in. So we can go ahead and put a wall here, and a ceiling tile above. So that's good for now. Now we can go back down to the bottom floor and start with the deviation room. So from here, you're just going to want to build another square foundation. And then ultimately, basically just want to make a 3x3 grid. You can have it squared. What I ended up doing is, I can't remember if I left this as triangles or I think I made this a block, a full block too. Going around the outside perimeter of the base. Because we want the porch for the... And this is going to be the same as the balcony. So it would be square, triangle, triangle, triangle. Square. Triangle, triangle, triangle. And do this all the way around for the balcony. Or not the balcony, but the porch, the wraparound porch, rather. Go ahead and delete this stairwell. That's connected all the way around now. And then we have our little star outcroppings for our turrets. stairwell in the front. All right, so there's the porch and the turret areas. And then for the deviant room, I actually made these rounded in mine. You can make them square, but I think the rounded looks kind of cool. Come on. There we go. So there's the base for our deviant room. I actually put walls here to close this off. I take that back. These are actually doorways. My apologies. So you can still have access to the rest of the porch if you so choose. Got one more star little outcropping here that I'm missing for a turret. So there we go. So everything's symmetrical so far. Go ahead and build the rounded walls. And you want these to be 3 stories high to match the base. Where are you? There we go. There we go. You're starting to see it take shape here. And then what I like to do is temporarily put a little print down so you can know your crisscross. And the first thing you're going to want to do to set up the deviation room is put walls in the dead center. So one on either side here. And then we can go ahead and fill these walls in. This would be a double door balcony. We can delete that, make that a normal wall. And then that's our doorway. And then you want to create basically a hallway right down the middle with some ceiling tiles that they can set on. And this little enclosed compartment is where all of your basically items to make your deviations happy would be. One thing I do want to point out is after loading into the Way of Winter scenario, the fridges and LED colored lights seem to be bugging out right now. They aren't going through walls, which up until this point they always have. So you may not get it to work if you put the lights in here. You may have to still individually put them around, but they don't use up power, so that's not a big deal. And the fridges, just in case, you can put them right on the outside. Normally you'd put 2 on the end here and 2 furnaces on the end here. The furnaces, from what I'm told, are still working, but the fridges for whatever reason aren't going through floors anymore, at least in the Way of Winter. I've put in the bug report, so hopefully they fix that. But in the meantime, you could just put one on either side in each of these corners potentially, and that will heat up the, or cool down the low temperature deviations. But either way, you want to make the little path in the middle and then throw your walls up to enclose it. And then in the dead center, we break this out, is where you'd put your 2 planter boxes. So you'd grow them, make sure they're up and running, put them in there, and then you can go ahead and close them off again and put that floor down. In the dead center here is where you'd put the radio and 1 toy. The one toy and the one radio should hit all 20 plus of your deviations at once. The range is large enough, so that's where those would go. You also, and I didn't mention this in the tour video, could put a second electric furnace inside this little compartment and turn that on, because that will heat all floors of this back of the base as well. So between the two electric furnaces, one in the back, one in the front, your entire base will have good heat at all times. Same thing for the cooling unit. You could put one of each in here and swap them out depending on the territory you're in. But that is where you could put that. So there is our little compartment where we put all the like stuff, and then you can go ahead and close this off. And then close off all of these. These will have to be rounded. And then this extra little side compartment is what you saw from the video where I put the generators, my solar panels, put the 3 on this side, 3 on this side. You can obviously fit more. There's plenty of room. You can put anything you want here, put it on display if you have the glass skin pack, because this will all be visible with that. So you can put anything in here you want, but I figured we have the room, so you might as well put our generators in there. So that's what I put in there. And then from here, you can fill the rest in with the curved ceilings. And this is what is going to finish off the storage room. 2 more little things here. That is going to be the storage room. You would throw the teleporter on this back wall. The other one would be on the bottom floor to get you to and from. And then obviously the rest is just filling in the gaps. So go ahead, put in these 4 more squares, a couple more rounded ones. And you are pretty much good to go. That is the new base. Obviously, it would throw some doors on here, but walk in. Everything's good to go. You got your stairwell. All your supply benches would be here. You got the doorway access to your deviation room. All your containers would be around this little center platform in a perfect grid. Watch the video that I linked in the tour video to show exactly how to align and snap those basically deviation containers so they align up perfectly. And that will help you set that room up. Go up to the second floor. This is our little domicile area with your bed, all your seasonal decorations, and entrance to the balcony. And then the third and final floor is our farm and territory purification resonator room with access to our storage room. So yeah, that is pretty much the build, you guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. I appreciate all of your guys' feedback. Also, if you want to keep up to date with my future content, there's sure to be a ton more videos coming out for Way of Winter. Consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell. And last but not least, if you want to join a killer community of like-minded gamers, feel free to check the links down in the description and join us on the Discord. Got over 1,000 members in there now, many of which are playing Once Human, and excited to start the Way of Winter scenario. So hopefully you jump in and we see you guys around here soon. But until the next one, hope everyone has a great day, and we'll see you all later.